Okay. Is this thing on? I gotta double check. Checking. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. Hello, hello. Hold on. We wanna double check something here real quick here on my end here. I'm gonna get off of let me see here. If my stream is good, is the audio all good? Let me see here real quick here that we got going on. All right. Anyways, what's going on there, ladies and gentlemen? I know I really don't usually stream during these during these times. As good old Bruce Banner once said, these are some confusing times here. So I know this is probably a little bit weird, probably a little bit a little bit out and about, and a little bit of like, what the fuck is going on here? So I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about some stuff. Maybe we play a little bit of some games or two, and then we'll just kind of leave it at that. So I just wanted to be able to kind of like talk about some bullshit here before we really, I guess you can kind of say jump on the plate before we go ahead here and further proceed with that there. So I'm gonna go ahead here and talk some shit there that we got going on. So with that being said, let's talk some bullshit there. So I'm gonna go ahead here. I'm gonna bring this over here to just me. Wanted to be able to say, of course, hi, hello, how's everyone doing there today? First of all, I hope everyone is doing good. I hope everyone is doing amazing there with all things considered. I'm just gonna go in and just say this here. I hope everyone is doing good. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Sunday, by the way. And I just wanted to go ahead here and talk to you guys a little bit about some shit here. Now I know the past 2 days I have, excuse me, as it is, I have missed out on some streams, if you will. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it here. I missed out on doing some streams back on Friday, back on Saturday. And I know I haven't been committed to streams. And I'm going to go ahead and just say this here. I do apologize for that. I'm not going to have any excuses. I'm not going to go ahead and just say this here. I bet he's had some weird excuse for why he's not streaming here. No, I'm going to be honest here, you guys. Look, as a human being, first and foremost, I think I would like to say that I am reaching a bit of a burnout phase. I think that this has kind of gotten to a point where I believe a little bit recently, you boys feeling a little bit burned out from streaming there. Funny enough there, I went to go ahead here and took a look at my vlogs channel that I have here on my end there. And if I want to go ahead here and try and take a look at this here just like one more time, if you will, which by the way, if you guys want to go check out my, excuse me there, my Game Explorer VODs channel, if you will, which, I totally recommend that, by the way. You actually can be able to take a look at all of my previous VODs, my previous adventures and stuff like that. And it is, you guys can be able to take a look at all this here. I actually took a look at all of my streams, and especially from this past year, your boy has been doing non-stop streams for this entire year. Now, of course, you can easily sway and you can say, oh, well, you haven't really been that committed to streams. Well, I mean, quite frankly speaking, if I go take a look at my streams here in my intermission tab, which, by the way, my Game Explorer VODs channel, we're at 21 subscribers, which, by the way, what fucking tongue twisters. By the way, I wanted to say I do appreciate all you guys there for the support there. As you guys can see, we have been streaming here for quite a while there, you guys. For what it's worth, I think that it's been incredible. And I wanted to say, not only do I appreciate all the support there from everybody, regardless of the views on the VOD channel there. Obviously, we're going to have views that are going to go in and out and stuff like that. Like, for example, we had 17 views, 16 views, no views. It doesn't really matter to me. The views don't really matter at the end of the day. But I wanted to really personally really say, I really do appreciate everybody there for, supporting your boy and really just, supporting, me during this time here of me streaming here for almost half the year. And it's been well and done incredible. It's been amazing. And again, I wanted to say I'm greatly thankful for everyone there supporting your boy here. Quite frankly speaking, I'm not going to lie here. I do believe that I'm kind of reaching a bit of a burnout phase where I do believe right now when it comes to me, streaming and me enjoying and playing games with friends and stuff like that, I do believe that I do believe that when you play games after a certain amount of time, you do eventually reach this to a bit of a burnout phase. And quite frankly speaking, for this entire year, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like, especially now and somewhat recently, I generally believe that I have just been really burnt out on the content there. As you guys can see, I've been streaming for quite a while from just this year alone. And again, I wanted to personally really thank you guys there for you know, all the support there, and you guys have been nothing but amazing there for, you know, supporting me and your boy here during this moment here. As you can see, we're now going into 2025. It's been amazing here. And I think the last time I actually took a break was, funny enough, actually kind of around a year ago when this had occurred, funny enough there, which I thought was pretty funny. We actually scroll down a little bit more than that, where, yeah, I'm talking to you a little bit more about, yeah, here it is right here. I actually took a bit of a break during this time here, which was like, you know, where I was focusing a lot on my job and stuff like that. I actually think I took a break. Yeah, literally, funny enough, I actually took a break around this time here, which was near the end of August, and for the entirety of, and then, yeah, for the entirety of September and a little bit of October. Actually, no, it was also October because I came back near the end of October. Actually, no, it was near the end of October there still. So sorry, I thought it was like at the very, very tippy edge of October. Anyways, what's going on, Marissa? How you doing there, by the way? Good to see you. I hope you've been doing good there, by the way. Holy early stream there. Yes, I know. A very weird early stream. I only do this under very rare circumstances. Unfortunately, because I kind of wanted to a little bit about talking about some stuff here real quick here, which is why I wanted to kind of just talk about some shit here, which is I mean, for what it's worth, I think I'm gonna go ahead here and I'm gonna be doing something here real quick, which honestly, for the past what is it, 4 years since I've been streaming on Twitch, which has been amazing to think that I've been streaming for about 4 years, which has been amazing here. And I think honestly even longer than that, because when I actually really started streaming was back in 2018 was when I actually used to do you know, I used to do streams like this back in the day. Like, honestly, I think my oldest stream I have here was, I think it was, ironically, it was the July 5th of 2018. I think this was like, oh my God, I think that would be like, what is that? Is that like 6 to 7 years ago? That's kind of insane to really think about it, of how long I've been doing this whole streaming thing. Then of course I took a bit of a break. Then I also came back when it came to actually me doing stuff. It's so amazing how I look back at these and man, I don't know what I was doing with my facial hair. I mean, to be fair, I still don't really know what I'm doing here. I feel like I'm doing a lot better than what I was doing now. But it's kind of funny looking back at this here with when I was like living with my mother and stuff like that. A little fun fact, by the way, this is when I was in my this is when I was living at my mom's place, where you guys can see the background was like very like plain, was because I was very like, yeah, it was kind of funny looking back at this here with the way that I'm looking at this. Oh my God. And then I will admit, during this time where I had if I turn off a bit of the background, let me just see this here real quick here, hold on. Yeah, dude, look at this shit that I did here. I made sure my room looked fucking gorgeous, by the way, with this light stuff here. I still have that little light, by the way. It's just in my closet, but you know, I don't really have that with me. I don't really use it that much because I really think it's a little too distracting. But oh yeah, that's right. And I was using my phone as a way for me to be able to. Oh my God, dude, this is like so cool looking back at this. This is like our OG like Pixelmon server. Oh my God, this is like nostalgic for me looking back at this here. To think that this is like 5 years ago is crazy to me when I think about this here. And yeah, this is when I was like doing my subscriber YouTube shit here. 78 subscribers at the time. Who the fuck am I following? Oh, it's a trainer. I was wondering who the fuck I'm following. What am I talking about here? Okay, never mind. Okay, I think that's a good encapsulation about thank you, Preston, from 2021, by the way. I greatly do appreciate that there. What the fuck was he even talking about? Oh, I'm trying to catch Cody and I'm calling him a bitch. Nice. Great. I love to know that Preston from 2021 I haven't changed. I haven't changed one fucking bit. That's hilarious to me. I haven't changed one fucking bit. All right. Anyways, sorry about that. Let me go ahead and let me actually talk about some real shit here. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and just say this here real quick here for the one time there, everybody. And I know this is gonna be a little bit disheartening there to everybody, but I am gonna be going ahead and saying this here. I will be taking a little bit of a break here from streaming here for a little bit here. As you guys can tell, oh yeah, you guys can barely tell here. It's currently August the 23rd here real quick here. And I know saying this is gonna be really disheartening there for a lot of people here to hear that, oh, I'm taking a break from streaming and stuff like that. However, I think I'm going to go ahead here. I'm going to do this here as a bit of a yearly thing. I'm going to go ahead and do here. I think at the end of the day, you know, we as human beings, I think that we all need breaks. We all need time away from doing things. Like, for example, we all need time where as adults and stuff like that, we need to take breaks away from work and stuff like that, which is, you know, that's very normal, the way that we look at it through, you know, through hindsight, through retrospect and stuff like that there, which I find to be, you know, very normal is what I would definitely say there. Also, I don't know why my, like, the thingy looks a little bit more down. Maybe I'm just going a little bit more insane here. I don't really know. But ultimately speaking, your boy's going to be taking a little bit of a break there is what it is. And again, I know this is going to be a little bit disheartening here for some people when it comes down to that there, but quite frankly speaking, I am going to be taking a bit of a break. Again, I understand here that that is a little bit just disappointing there for some people. However, as a human being, first and foremost, burnouts can happen. And I feel like, to me, this past month, I feel like I have my heart has not been in the right place. And honestly, I feel like, to me, I have not really been, you know, I haven't really been there for you guys. And I'm sorry. And quite frankly speaking, I've been focusing a lot more on myself recently. I've been focusing a lot more on myself. I've been focusing a lot more on my life and stuff like that. And that's just what I'm doing. It's quite frankly speaking what I'm doing. It's nothing too much. It's, you know, not nothing really too crazy out there. It's just, that's just how it is. That's just how it is with life. Sometimes we reach a bit of a burnout, and sometimes we need to relax and enjoy our life is what matters. And that to me is a big deal. And that's to me how I'm really looking at this through hindsight here and stuff like that. I will be taking a bit of a break, and I do understand here that, again, that may be a little bit disappointing for some people, but that is the truth, and that's just really how I am feeling about this here right now. Now, I know, with that being said here, I'm going to go ahead here, and I'm going to do this here real quick here. That we got going here. Let me see here. What the fuck is this message I'm seeing here? That it was under smart detected. What the fuck am I seeing? What a comment, by the way, here from Baridia. You told your dad you're gay. I wish I did, but I didn't do that there, unfortunately. Not to mention my dad is not really around as often as he is. Well, then again, I'm in a completely different state from him, but you know, Baridia, what a fucking comment, by the way. Could have fucking see you, by the way. I was going to say, welcome to the channel. This is a really awkward time because I am talking about, in a way, I'm just kind of taking a bit of a break. I hope you've been doing it right there, by the way. If you're just, hope things are all good there, by the way. But yeah, no, it's, yeah, whatever. With that being said here, I'm going to go ahead and just say this here real quick. I'm going to be taking a break here. I don't know if I'm going to be starting this here next week there, potentially, for what I'm going to be doing there. Maybe I started a week early. I'm not really too sure. Because right now, yeah, because technically speaking, this is already the week ahead. Oh, I keep forgetting today's Sunday. My brain's thinking it's Saturday. It's not. But I was just going to say, yeah, right now, I don't know if I'm going to potentially start the break here this week. I may end up starting it potentially next week there. But, you know, I don't really know what we got going on here. I'm probably just going to delete the comment, to be honest there. I don't even know why I'm keeping it there. I'm just going to go ahead and delete it. But anyways, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and do there. I'm going to probably, I don't know if I'm going to start doing it, obviously this week or perhaps next week there, but that's ultimately what I'm going to be doing there. So again, I hope that's understandable there to everybody here while I go ahead here and I'm going to have myself a bit of my own me time there, if you will. Now, of course, I do know that many people are going to be asking here, you know, hey, you know, when am I going to come back and stuff like that there. For what it's worth, I think I'm going to be coming back here either by the end of September there, or if not, maybe by October. Not really too sure that we got going on here, but, you know, that's what we're going to be planning on here. So with that being said, I will hope that that's understandable there to all you guys there when it comes down to that. And I wanted to say I do appreciate all the support there that we have going on there. And with that being said, I think we'll go ahead here. We'll play some, play a bit of games here for the time being there. I will say there that I wanted to try this out here. However, I've been very fucking lazy because I've been playing other games here. Speaking of which, of downloading shit, I need to go ahead here. I need to stop fucking downloading Battlefield. It's kind of funny. I still have Battlefield 6 downloaded, but I have not even played it since like Battlefield Season 1. But hold on, let me see here real quick here. All right, let me go ahead and try this out here. We'll probably play like a couple games on here there just to see here real quick. All right, let me see what we got going on here. Give me just a second here. Hold on. And hold on, let me go ahead here and let me do this here real quick. Let me go ahead here and let me get this started here, shall we? I need to go ahead here and update this game here while I'm at it. Let me do this here. All right, let me do this here. Oh, shit. No. Why is fucking Battlefield downloading? Hold on, Battlefield's having a 40 gigabyte update and it's downloading in 50 seconds? Hold on. No way, I have fucking NASA internet right now. Hold on a second. I'm not gonna be able to get this down here. This will be fucking perfect. Nope, it's increasing the time. Never mind. All right, fucking bullshit. Let me get this here. Bring your homeboy in the room and kiss the fuck out of him. Look, I can't do that, man. He ain't here. Burrito's out here with some... Out here, we're talking about some flavor he's got going on here. Bro's acting all fruity up in here. What's going on, Burrito? All right, hold on. Let me get this here real quick here. Also, I need to go ahead here. I need to text somebody here real quick here because, of course, now he wants to fucking... I have a buddy that was asking me to do an Easter egg with him right now, but I said, hey, I got to do something here real quick. So I'll probably for like an hour here. Hold on. Here, I'm going to do this here. Here, give me just a second here. All right, there we go. Let me just... You're bored? You know what? Hey, you know what? Hey, for what it's worth, I don't blame you. If that's your version of entertainment, if you will, then that works out there, by the way. I mean, okay, besides you know, trying to tell me to kiss one of my homeboys here, I was just gonna say, what's going on there, Burrito? How you doing there, by the way? You been doing all right there? You been doing good? I was just gonna say that's a real good question to ask there. Besides all the fruity shit there, nothing wrong with being fruity there. Just gonna say that there, but you know, just saying this here real quick. Here, this is what I'm gonna go ahead and do here. What we're gonna play here for a brief. I'm gonna text my buddy and let me see here if he's all good. Hold on. Here, let me do this here real quick here. Let me get this shit done and over with here. All right, okay. Now that's all done. Now I'm gonna go ahead here. I'm gonna get this here real quick here. Here, hold on. And let me do this here. All right, let me get this here. Oh, sorry, excuse me, burps are coming through. All right, there we go. Now that we're all good, all right, let me go ahead here and let me do this here real quick here. All right, today, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead here and we're going to try out here the beta for Modern Warfare 4 and give this shit a try here. So I'm gonna go ahead here. I'm going to do this here, and then let me turn this on here. This should be on. Yes, hold on. I'm gonna do auto here real quick. All right. All right, let me go ahead here and let me get this fucking started. Hopefully, I do not have to do any fucking pre-shaders because I'm just trying this shit out here real quick here. All right, hold on there. All right, let me do this here. All right, let me go ahead here and let me get this here. All right, let's get this fucking shit going there for like a brief little bit here. Hold on now. All right, let me see here. Oh shit, that's right. God damn it. Oh wait, hold on. Fucking Christ. Of course, fucking you know what? That would explain a lot that I haven't done this here in a little bit here. Hold on, let me see here on my end here. There it is. Sorry for the first message there, by the way. You know what? No, you're good. You're good, by the way. Hey, Burrito, don't even fucking worry about it. I thought that was a very interesting message to start things off there. But hey, you know, you do you there. I think that was all good there. There it is. Hold on. Let me go ahead here and let me... Oh, that's right. I gotta update my fucking graphics card. That would make sense here. Hold on. Give me a second. Here, let me get this here. Let me go get this here, download and get that started here. Nah, it's mean as fuck by me. No, it's Burrito. Look, you were making a joke, is what it was. I mean, it's how I see it there, but I appreciate the apology though, regardless. So, and I accept it there, of course. I mean, honestly, I don't know why I deleted it though, to be honest. I think in my mind, I'm like, you know what? That it was like, I don't know how to explain that. I think it was just like, I don't know. Even in my mind, was just like, need to delete it just because it was like what that was. I don't really know. But I appreciate it though, regardless of Mr. Burrito. No, it's trust me, I ain't worried about it too much there. I'm not that guy who looks at that shit there and I'm like, oh, as someone who's heard worse shit on the internet, it's not that much. Trust me, trust me, I've seen way worse comments on my chat that people have did there real quick here. I had someone who was being I'm not gonna say what he said, but all I know for a fact was that guy was no longer available on my channel anymore because, you know, some people like to, I understand people have free speech, if you will, and I don't think there's anything wrong with free speech, but sometimes I think some people they say the wrong things because they're too stupid and they don't know any better. That's just that's a long story there. It was someone being like extremely vulgar. I'll just say that there. You know, let me get that there real quick. I mean, hey, you know, besides that there, Mr. Burrito, I was just gonna say, you know, I hope everything has been all good there. I hope you've been doing good there, by the way. I'm so sorry that the first time you're visiting my channel is me talking about me going on a bit of a break here because, look, I'm gonna be honest here, dead ass. Like, my last couple of times that I've been streaming, I have not been consistent, and I have been very lazy. If there's anything there, well, I say recently I've been a little bit lazy because I've just been focusing so much on my personal life, and that's been what I've been doing on my end here, which I'm going to go ahead here and change this here to this here real quick here, because I need to go ahead here and I need to update one of my graphics cards here real quick here, because unfortunately I went to go play the fucking beta and I was going to get this launched, but apparently it was saying like, oh no, you can't do that. You need to you need to update your graphics card. I'm like, oh, you know what? I haven't did it in a while. So I'm like, that would kind of explain a lot there. And I, to be fair, I probably, because even though I have an NVIDIA drivers card and I have it installed, but it doesn't give me any notifications that an update needs to be downloaded for the graphics card. But no, that'd be too easy now, can't we though? Let me see that here. So there you go real quick. You're a cool dude if you're a cool dude if I send that first message to anyone, then they would ban me straight away. Well, that's because no, I appreciate that there. I think when it comes down to it, it's just like, you know, I think the word I'm looking for is like, hey, look, we're human beings. I think like, I think it's to understand. And I think what would be a big deal, I think to me, I think it's the wrong place at the wrong time to make a joke like that. I think you understood that and you're like, oh, hey, you know, that's my bad. Wrong joke at the wrong time. And it happens there. We're human beings. Sometimes reading the room like that can, you know, that can happen, or not reading the room there. Look, I've said some jokes and it didn't and I'm like, and I had people be like, brother, read the room. What the fuck are you talking about? And it's been like, you know, it happens there, man. So it's like, I think it's just called empathy is what it is, for what it is, even though like, and that's just what it is at the end of the day. And to be fair, it's like, if that's, and to be fair, to me, that's like a very light message. Oh, you told your dad you're gay. I'm like, come on, I've heard that with my buddies on my chats. Oh, you're gay or something like that. There, we all make jokes and stuff like that. I've had people, you know, that I know, and they're all very lovely people and stuff like that. I'm trying to fucking waste time while I'm updating my graphics card, but goddamn, because I haven't updated this shit in a while, it's gonna require a fucking like 10 fucking years here that we have going on here real quick here. So I had to fucking watch this shit here take a fucking while that we have going on there. Here's, let me get this here. Well, I mean, if I could say anything other than that there, Mr. Burrito there, obviously, welcome to the channel.